Our press conference. I've asked Steve Moore and Dr. Wimpress, Ron Agron, if he's here. Louis Stumberg is not here. Senator Wentworth, Jerry Harris, Walter Thomas, Clark Bonney, and Lane Mitchell to join us here on the stage. I want to welcome all of our invited guests and members of the press. Today I'm pleased to announce the successful culmination of many months of work on the part of the Rotary Club of San Antonio as host club and the San Antonio Convention and Visitors Bureau. San Antonio will be the site of the Rotary International's Worldwide Convention in the summer of 2001. I wish to thank my board of directors, the 2001 committee, that some of whom are here and seated here on the stage, who worked very hard to make this happen. The staff of the San Antonio Convention and Visitors Bureau, and particularly Steve Moore, their very able executive director who can sell San Antonio like no one else. Alicia Vargas and Frank Sanchez, two consummate professionals who know their jobs and how to present San Antonio to others. The organizing committee assembled here, now raise your hands if you're here. Some of you are here and fess up to it. Worked very hard for 3 very pressure-packed days in January to show off San Antonio and to convince the site selection committee that San Antonio was a big league, in the big leagues, and ready to host a very large international event like this. They apparently did their job very well, because just recently I was informed that the city was the unanimous choice of the 4-man site selection committee. By the way, I have to parenthetically say that one of those site selection committee members was from California, and California had 2 entries. Because of the committee's confidence, we were the overwhelming choice also of the 19-member international board, whose vote was tallied just April the 15th. These directors represent over 1 million Rotarians worldwide in 27,000 local clubs and are citizens not only of the United States, but also Australia, Belgium, Brazil, Denmark, Guatemala, India, Italy, Peru, Japan, and Scotland. Additionally, past District Governor Wimpress of San Antonio deserves a lot of credit. He got the ball rolling first some 10 years ago, and then recently in a post-Christmas time 1995 telephone call to me and a mid-afternoon quickly assembled coffee meeting at Jim's on Broadway with Steve, Alicia, Frank, and myself. Through his friendship with 2 Texas-based active and former Rotarian international directors, he led our committee off in the right direction. So what will happen at our convention which will interest others who read about this convening of Rotarians here in San Antonio? I suppose the most memorable event in which my wife Ruth and I participated at the International Convention last year in Nice, France, was the Home Hospitality Night. This is a very traditional event in which all visiting Rotarians are afforded the opportunity in which to eat at the home of a local Rotarian. In other words, our club will organize a dinner party at other Rotarians' homes for up to thousands of people. We want all visitors to have a true Texas and San Antonio experience. Another very terrific event is the President-elect Luncheon, in which all incoming presidents from the 27,000 worldwide clubs are invited. Each of these leaders and businessmen and women will see firsthand our fine city. Bringing business leaders here can always be a beneficial economic generator. Fellow Rotarian Jim Calloway, General Manager of Southwestern Bell Telephone Company and a member of this club, reminds me that Ed Whitaker's first experiences with San Antonio were just visiting Trinity University, where his daughter was attending. So this convention will bring many CEOs like Ed Whitaker to our city. Just as San Antonio was never the same after staging Hemisphere, so too this event will be our opportunity to open up new international economic avenues which we cannot even envision now. I'd like to call upon the mayor now to comment on this announcement, and then Steve Moore, Dr. Wimpress. And after Dr. Wimpress is done, we'd be happy to invite your questions. But Mayor, come on up, have a say-so, and I want to present you. Good. Let's go over here. Every
convention that comes to San Antonio is important, be it 15 people or be it tens of thousands. But this particular convention has an added overlay of importance for us. The type of people that will be coming to San Antonio, the numbers of people that will be coming to San Antonio, their already anticipated use of our hotels, our restaurants, our facilities will be a massive infusion of money into that visitor industry, which is our second industry now, already bringing in over $3 billion a year. This is one of those leading star conventions for our city. And the fact that they will come, the Rotarians International will come here, gives us the ability to say to other large groups like this, we handle them well, we can handle you well, and it will continue building for our community. We already have in place an institutional support for bringing conventions like this to San Antonio. We are building even more in that $180 million expansion to our convention center that will be starting this summer. But beyond the institutions and that institutional support that the city hopes to always give, let me tell you one more time what made this happen. People. San Antonians literally made this happen. Jim Berg, acting with the advice of his father, Tom Berg, at all times, has led this effort in a way that has been remarkable. I will tell you that Duncan Wimpress made no fewer than 10 telephone calls to my home on weekends and evenings. And no, don't laugh, I'm glad he did, emphasizing not only the importance of this group coming to San Antonio, but how he and many others in this room, as citizens of our city, have worked to make this happen. It would not have happened without our local Rotary community. And when it occurs in 2001, all of us in San Antonio will know they're here. Our economy will benefit, and we will need to look back and say thank you to all of you, Jim and Duncan and everyone in our local Rotary community. Thank you for making this happen. I don't go to every announcement for conventions coming to San Antonio. My presence here today, knowing what I know, I hope punctuates every single thing you'll hear from Steve Moore, from Jim, from Duncan. This convention has the opportunity of pushing us forward in a way that, quite frankly, most conventions don't have. This will be an important time for our community. As we told those people making the decision, gaining that unanimous vote, we are prepared as a city to host them. We will be ready, and we couldn't have done it, my friends, we could not have done it without the convention expansion that we're doing. All of the things that you and I are working for in these many different ways are falling into place. Hotel rooms, exhibit space, convocation areas, the professional ability to make certain when people literally fly from halfway around the world, they want to know that trip was worthwhile, and therefore the setting and the site has a great deal to play with that. It's a responsibility, but it's an opportunity, and I congratulate all who have been a part of this. And Jim, are you going to give me this shirt?
That is yours.
Well,
I want you to wear it the entire week.
now, out of meanness, here's what I'm going to do. Y'all know we have term limits, right? I'm out of here in 1999. I promise you the mayor's car, Duncan, when that meeting gets here, you call and ask for the mayor's car, and that I said you could have it. We don't know who the mayor's going to be, and they're going to have to deal with Duncan at that time. Is that fair? Maybe it's easy, Duncan. Took my badge and almost tried to take my shirt.
All right, well, thank you very much for coming, Mayor. I know your time is very valuable, and I'm very pleased that you could come. And now I'd like to call upon Steve Moore, if he would come up from the Convention and Visitors Bureau and talk to us about the impact. This is the city's best salesman. This guy is very good, and I'm really happy.
I'm going to follow that, Jim.
This is very exciting. it's tremendous to see how the conventions that we book on a daily basis, literally, do not take this kind of magnitude, of course, but what's great about working with Rotary and getting the Rotary International convened here is that the citizens of the city who booked this, again, I echo what the mayor said, and Jim Berg and Duncan Wimpress and this entire chapter, that it wouldn't be coming here without you. And the great thing is that you, as the local Rotarians, are going to help us host this convention, and you're going to learn in a big way how they impact us. And obviously hosting them in your homes is one of the first things you're doing to make their convention quite unique and different from anywhere else they've been. The part about the Rotarian convention is not only, as they said earlier, that this is a lot of money. This is a great impact to the city. In 1993 dollars, this convention is worth $25 million by conservative estimates of 30,000 attendees. Now we know that by the time they get here, that number is going to be much higher. And we certainly know that working through Duncan and Jim, that the attendance is going to be higher than 30,000. They had 35 last year in Nice. So we know that the numbers we're giving you today are extremely conservative. They come from the offices of Rotary International in Chicago, and we feel that, that those numbers will get even larger as we continue to promote San Antonio as their destination. The kudos to Duncan Wimpress and Jim really need to continue to reverberate. Duncan spent a lot of time on this. He's been going after this meeting for years and years and years. I know for a fact since I first moved here, and I think it goes back even further to '82, that they've been going after this meeting. And these mega conventions take a long time to book. But you know, this is the first time San Antonio was officially bidding for this convention. Because of the expansion, we had the tools. Because of the dome, we had the tools to go after Rotary International. And first time up to bat, because of the Rotary chapter in San Antonio won. And we believe that I don't know if this means anything, but winning something against San Diego after last summer. But the dome's flexibility is key. Let's talk about that for a moment. They're going to be able to have the House of Friendship on one side of the curtain, and while on the north end of the arena configuration, they'll be able to have their assembly. And this was quite unique. No other city was able to offer that package, and we feel again that the Alamo Dome was key in bringing yet another mega event to our city. The first to use, this is the first convention that will use both the dome and the completed new expansion. It will take over the entire facilities, using somewhat right now pegged at 9,000 rooms. We expect that number to grow as well. So the impact of this convention is enormous. And again, as they said earlier, civic and corporate leadership from around the world will be here. What kind of impact will that have? What kind of rollover effect will that have? The fact that they'll be talking about San Antonio in the years to come, beginning in Calgary this summer. And it's important that we bring these mega events here because that's the word of mouth that we need. We have a long way to go to be a national visitor destination. We have a long way to go to be a national convention destination. But it's these NBA All-Star games, it's the Final Four, it's the Rotary International. That is getting us into the first tier, if you will, making a shake at Chicago, making them think about us in Orlando, making them stop in Las Vegas when they bid against us. The San Antonio is fast arriving with its expansion. It's a key player in mega event conventions. Again, we're delighted to be able to have them here. And one final note, it does give you an example of the competition. Denver, Los Angeles, San Diego, all of their bureau executives were meeting with me yesterday out of the city, and they were not happy about losing this meeting. Suffice to say, we compete pretty heavily against each other. But it gives us more of a sense of the fact that there are choices out there. There are cities that these people can go to. And we want to continue to define our product, continue to position San Antonio so that more and more people know what you and I know. It's the greatest city in the world, and why aren't more people coming here? Well, with Rotary coming, I think you're going to see a lot more after they've even gone, more than coming back again and again. And we're grateful again to the Rotary Club in San Antonio. Without you, we wouldn't have it. Thank you.
Now you see why San Antonio is successful gaining conventions, because there's a caliber of Steve Moore out there hustling for us. Duncan, would you come up and say something, give us some perspective on time, and after you're done, I'd like to invite Senator Wentworth to also make some remarks.
Thank you, Jim. I think one of the most important aspects of this convention will be the breadth across the world. As many people know, Rotary is now in 159 countries around the globe, and about 120 of them will be represented at our convention here in 2000.